So now students we will start with the next topic, that is the ribonucleic acid or the RNA. Coming to the introduction, some plant viruses like tobacco mosaic virus (TMV), turnip yellow mosaic viruses, wound tumor viruses, etc. Animal viruses, for example, influenza viruses, foot and mouth viruses, rose sarcoma viruses, poliomyelitis viruses, reoviruses, etc. and bacteriophages, example MS2, etc., contain ribonucleic acid RNA as their genetic material. So, like DNA, RNA is polymeric nucleic acid of four monomeric ribotides or ribonucleotides. So, the DNA we have studied that it is a double helical structure, and it is present in the living organisms, whereas RNA they are present in the viruses, and it is a single stranded molecule. This RNA is the polymeric nucleic acid of four monomeric ribonucleotides. Each ribonucleotide contains a pentose sugar D-ribose, a molecule of phosphate group and nitrogen base. So in the same manner, just as in case of DNA, we have seen that each ribonucleotide of the each nucleotide of the deoxyribonucleotide of the DNA contains a pentose sugar, deoxyribose, a molecule of phosphate group and nitrogen bases. The nitrogen bases of RNA are two purines as adenine and guanine, and pyrimidines as cytosine and uracil. In the DNA, adenine and guanine are the purines and pyrimidines are cytosine and thymine. Whereas in RNA it is adenine and guanine, and pyrimidines are cytosine and uracil. The four bases ribonucleosides and ribonucleotides of RNA can be as follows. The four ribonucleotides also occur freely in nucleoplasm, but in the form of triphosphates of ribonucleosides such as adenosine triphosphate ATP and uridine triphosphate UTP. Then the structure of RNA. RNA molecule may be either single stranded or double stranded, but not helical like the DNA molecule. Single stranded RNA, it occurs as a genetic material in the plant viruses, for example tobacco mosaic virus, tobacco yellow yellow mosaic virus, then the animal viruses, influenza viruses, foot and mouth viruses, rose sarcoma viruses, poliomyelitis viruses and bacteriophages, for example MS2. The non-genetic RNAs except tRNA of prokaryotes and eukaryotes also have single-stranded RNA molecules. The double-stranded but non-helical RNA occurs as the genetic material in some plant viruses or reoviruses. So, the RNA they are present in some plant viruses, or we can say they are present in the viruses, and they are single stranded, whereas the DNA they are double stranded. So the transfer or soluble RNA, tRNA or sRNA, which is non-genetic RNA of prokaryotes and eukaryotes, is double stranded but non-helical. Each strand of RNA is polynucleotide, that is made up of ribonucleotides. In the polynucleotide strand of RNA, the ribose and phosphoric acids of nucleotides remain linked by means of the phosphodiester bond. Just as in the case of the DNA, we have seen that the nucleotides along with the ribose and the phosphoric acid, they are linked to each other by means of the phosphodiester bonds. The organisms which have only RNA is called the genetic RNA, while the organisms which have DNA along with RNA, they use the RNA in carrying the orders of DNA, and in them, because RNA has no genetic role, so called non-genetic RNA. So the organisms which are having only the RNA, then they are called as the genetic RNA. Whereas the organisms which have RNA along with the DNA, and they use the RNA in carrying the orders of the DNA, and RNA, as RNA has no genetic role, so they are called as the non-genetic RNA. The non-genetic RNA is heterogeneous and includes the three main general ribosomal, three general forms: the ribosomal RNA, rRNA, transfer RNA, tRNA, and messenger RNA, mRNA. Each genera of non-genetic RNA has DNA dependent replication or transcription of itself, that is, it is not self-replicating like DNA and is transcribed by DNA. So here is the structure of RNA. You can observe that it is a single stranded molecule. It is present in the plant viruses. Then in some reoviruses also it is present. In this single stranded RNA molecule, you can observe the backbone. It is made up of the sugar phosphate backbone, and showing the having the four nucleotides or four nitrogenous bases, that is adenine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil. Instead of thymine, thymine is present in case adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine is present in case of DNA, whereas thymine is lacking in RNA. Instead of thymine, uracil is present in RNA, that is adenine, uracil, guanine, and cytosine are present. Now we will study further the types of RNA. In both prokaryotes and eukaryotes, there are three main types of RNA: the messenger RNA, mRNA, ribosomal RNA, rRNA, and transfer RNA, tRNA. These three types of RNA are as follows. First, messenger RNA or mRNA. mRNA accounts for just 5% of the total RNA in the cell. Messenger RNA is the most heterogeneous of the three types of RNA in terms of base sequence and size. It carries complementary genetic code copied from DNA during transcription in the form of triplets of nucleotides called codons. So, the first type is the messenger RNA. It is only just 5% of the total RNA in the cell, total RNA present in the cell. Messenger RNA is most heterogeneous of the three types of RNA in terms of the base sequence and size. Heterogeneous means it is most different in the terms of base sequence and the size of RNA. It carries complementary genetic code copied. So this messenger RNA is playing an important role to carry the complementary genetic code copied from DNA during transcription in the form of triplets of nucleotides called codons. Each codon specifies a particular amino acid, though one amino acid may be coded for by many different codons. Although there are 64, so each codon, it specifies a particular amino acid. That is, codon, for example, if I say AUG, such type of the codon, that is the AUG is a single codon made up of the amino acids. So each codon specifies a particular amino acid. Each of the codon will be representing a specific amino acid, though one amino acid may be coded for by many different codons. And in some case we will see that one amino acid can be also written in different forms of the codons. Although there are 64 possible codons or triplet bases in the genetic code, only 20 of them represent the amino acids. So in all, total 64 possible codons or triplet bases are present in the genetic code, of which only 20 are representing the amino acids. There are also 3 stop codons which indicate that ribosomes should cease protein generation by translation. So out of 64 codons, 3 codons are the stop codons and remaining 61 are the genetic codons. So the 3 stop codons, they indicate that the ribosomes should stop the protein generation. The ribosomes stop the protein generation by translation process. A part of post-transcriptional processing in eukaryotes. Post-transcription means after transcription in the eukaryotes, the 5' end of messenger RNA is capped with a guanosine triphosphate nucleotide. The 5' end of messenger RNA, it is capped or sealed by guanosine triphosphate nucleotide, that is the GTP, which helps in messenger RNA recognition during the translation or protein synthesis. Similarly, the 3' end of messenger RNA has a polyadenylate tail, poly-A tail or multiple adenylate residues added to it, which prevents the enzymatic degradation of messenger RNA. Both the 5' and 3' end of a messenger RNA imparts stability to the messenger RNA. This is the figure which shows the mature messenger RNA. So here you will see the double helical DNA structure. So when it gets transcribed at some point, it gets unwinded and the single helix which gets unwinded, that is the mature messenger RNA. So here in this figure you can see that how the mature messenger RNA is seen in the form of a single strand, and this it gets this messenger RNA is present in the nucleoplasm and it gets transferred from the nucleoplasm from the nucleolus into the nucleoplasm. So it gets transported to the cytoplasm for protein synthesis or translation. So the tRNA, which is having the 3, here in this figure you can observe the tRNA which is having 3 bases, nitrogenous bases, or 3 base or 3 codons, we can say triplet codon. So that will coincide with the complementary base pairing of the messenger RNA. That plays an important role. Then the second type is the ribosomal RNA or rRNA. rRNAs are found in the ribosomes. From the term we will come to know that the ribosomal RNA are found in the ribosomes and they account for 80% of the total RNA present in the cell, whereas messenger RNA, they account for 5% of the total RNA present in the cell. Ribosomes, they are composed of a large subunit called the 50S and a small subunit called the 30S. So these ribosomes, they have 2 subunits, a large unit called as subunit called the 50S and a small subunit called the 30S, each of which is made up of its own specific rRNA molecules. Different rRNAs present in the ribosomes include small rRNAs and large rRNAs, which belong to the small and large subunits of the ribosome respectively. rRNAs combine with the proteins and enzymes. So these rRNAs, they are present in the ribosomes and they combine with the protein molecules and enzymes in the cytoplasm to form the ribosomes, which act as the site of protein synthesis. These complex structures travel along the messenger RNA molecule during translation and facilitate the assembly of amino acids to form a polypeptide chain. They interact with the tRNAs and other molecules that are crucial to protein synthesis. In bacteria, the small and large rRNAs contain about 1500 to 3000 nucleotides respectively, whereas in humans they have about 1800 and 5000 nucleotides respectively. However, the structure and function of ribosomes is largely similar across all species. So here in this figure you can see the transcription, how it takes place. The DNA double helical strand, it gets unwounded, and a single messenger or RNA molecule it gets unwounded and a mature messenger RNA molecule is formed. So the single stranded messenger RNA is copied or transcribed from the DNA. This process is known as this transcription. The messenger RNA, which is a single strand molecule formed from DNA after the DNA is getting unwounded. The messenger RNA, it is the messenger RNA and the ribosomes in the cytoplasm together play an important role in the translation or coding of the protein synthesis along with the protein molecule. So this chain is a polypeptide chain, that is, it is made up of number of amino acids, or it is a protein chain we can say, along with the ribosomes and the messenger RNA. It in the presence of cytoplasm, by process of translation, it is seen to be carried out. Then the last is the structure of tRNA. Just we will come to study about the structure of tRNA. So this is in this form. You can see here that the one end will start with the 5' and the other end of the tRNA will end with the 3'. So the amino acid acceptor arm is seen on the 5' end. Then it forms the T along with the C arm, thymine, then pseudouridine and cytosine combine together to form the TUC arm, which leads into the extra arm in the form of the some extension or loop-like structure, and the anticodon arm you can observe, which is ending into the D arm or the D arm or the dihydrouridine arm. Then the structure of RNA. The structure of transfer RNA. tRNA is the smallest of the three types of RNA, possessing around 75 to 95 nucleotides. tRNAs are an essential component of translation. tRNA, they play an important role in the process of translation of protein synthesis, where their main function is the transfer of amino acids during protein synthesis. So this process is called as the translation. So the tRNAs, they play an important role in the transfer of amino acids during the process of protein synthesis. Therefore, they are called transfer RNAs or tRNAs. Each of the 20 amino acids has a specific tRNA that binds